neighbor. Everybody say neighbor. Again, neighbor. Now, open your book on page 26. Yes, so we have here the page. I have here the okay, this one. 23. Okay, please open your book on page 23. Because we are talking about neighbor. How do we say neighbor in as a Thai? So that is the meaning of neighbor. Now this time, as you can see on page 23, there are 6 numbers. The last time we able to give you, we present what is your book. The last time we able to give you the different types of frogs and its particular name. Now let us try to answer and scramble those letters. Okay? We have here the different words as number 1 and to number 6. Now, look at number 1. Look at number 1. Look at number 1, page 23. Alright, so how do we arrange the word? Okay, so we have Saina. Okay, how do we arrange this word into a correct word? It's, can you remember? Page 23, look at number 1. It's
Asian.
yes, it's Asian or ASEAN. Okay, so I think Teacher John, you will write the correct word of ASEAN.
Okay, number 1.
No.
Number 1 is
So that is ASEAN.
ASEAN. Number 1.
Okay, how about number 2? That's very easy. It's Thailand, your country.
How do we spell Thailand?
How do we spell the word Thailand? T. That's right. Please write the word Thailand. Thailand, also known as the land of smile.
Okay, how about number 3?
Cambodia.
Cambodia. Okay, how do we spell Cambodia? Okay, spell with me. C A M E O I A. Cambodia.
Okay, next, number 4.
Number 4.
Now,
Now, everybody, loud. Loud. Okay, let's spell together. L A O S. Loud. Loud. Okay, very good. Number 5 is
Malaysia.
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 Malaysia. Okay, let's all spell together. M A L A Y I S S I A. Malaysia. Okay, number 6. What is number 6?
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Okay. Myanmar. Myanmar. Okay, let's all spell together. M Y A N M A R. Myanmar. Okay, so that's their neighbors.
Okay, so now, aside from this different country which is belong to ASEAN or our neighbor, what are the other countries? What are the other countries which is belong to ASEAN? Aside from Thailand, Cambodia, we have the Laos, Malaysia, and Myanmar. What are the others? The other countries, aside from this. Philippines. What else? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is 6 is Philippines. Next,
Picture page
Vietnam.
24. You can see a map.
So what are the others?
Map.
What are the others? We have Burma is Myanmar. Okay, Burma is a person. Like Thailand, Thai. Okay. Indonesia, right? Right. What else? Wala. Alright, so that's it. Okay, so we have also the Singapore actually as a part of ASEAN. Right? Now this time please open your book on page 24 because we will read the passage about the Thailand. What have some information about Thailand. Okay? Because it is your right to know about what's going on with Thailand. It is your right to know about the information of Thailand. Alright, so me and Teacher John will read first the passage, the different sentences from 1 to 4. And all you have to do is you have to listen first, back, na? And then later on you are going to add. You are going to read. Okay, number 1, Teacher John.
Okay, number 1. Thailand Geography Fact File. Thailand is a member of ASEAN Community. ASEAN, which we spell A-S-E-A-N. ASEAN.
Alright, Teacher John, when we say ASEAN, what does it mean when we say ASEAN?
It means Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
So that is the meaning of ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nation. Alright? Okay, now let me read number 2. Thailand's neighbors are Myanmar to the west, Laos to the north, Cambodia to the east, and Malaysia to the south. They are also members of the ASEAN community. Okay? And number 3, Teacher John.
Number 3, Thailand is over 500,000 square kilometers in size and has a population of over 68 million people.
Just imagine, Thailand has how many numbers of population? We have 68 million population as of this year. Okay, and number 4 is
The sea to the west of Thailand and Myanmar is called the Andaman Sea, and the sea to the east of Thailand is called the Gulf of Thailand. You can see on the map.
the west.
West.
Your neighbor to the west.
West.
North. North.
Yes.
Yes. South. West. Yes. So your neighbor to the west is. Who is your neighbor to the west?
Number 2.
Look at number 2. Alright, let's go back to number 1. Let us read. Everybody, boys and girls, let us read number 1. Ready?
Understanding B.
No. Only here. Okay, the passage, the reading time. We're not yet entering that understanding. Okay? Now, let us read the 4 sentences here in page 24, the reading time. Okay, ready? Number 1. 1, 2, 3, go.
ครูบอกว่าให้อ่านหน้า24นะข้อ4อ่ะ
Yes. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Thailand is a member of ASEAN community. Okay, true or false? Is it Thailand is a member of the ASEAN community? Yes or no?
ครูบอกว่า
True or false?
ประเทศไทยอยู่ในกลุ่มของอาเซียนด้วยหรือเปล่า
True or false? Is it Thailand is a member of the ASEAN community?
ประเทศไทยอยู่ในอาเซียนจริงหรือเปล่า
No?
Number 1. Thailand is a member of ASEAN community.
True or false?
เขียนทีเขียน
True or false?
Is it true or false?
สักครู่
It's true. Okay.
ถูกใช่ไหมเอาทีได้
No answer. No answer. Okay, now number 2. Let us read number 2. Thailand's neighbors. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
ลาว is another
Where are you now? Number 2, page 24.
Thailand
Thailand's neighbors are.
Myanmar
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Thailand's neighbor
Myanmar
to the west, Laos to the north, Cambodia to the east, and Malaysia to the south. They are all also members of the ASEAN community. Okay, aside of Thailand, what are the other countries mentioned as the neighbor of Thailand from north, east, south, and west? Aside of the Thailand, what are the other countries as the member of the ASEAN community? There are 4 countries mentioned there. We have
we have Myanmar
Myanmar,
and Laos,
Laos,
Cambodia,
Cambodia, and
Malaysia.
Malaysia. And who is your neighbor to the north?
It's Laos.
North, Laos. Who is your neighbor to the east?
East is Cambodia.
Who is your neighbor to the south?
Cambodia.
Still Cambodia.
Yes.
It's Malaysia. And your neighbor to the west is
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Now proceed to number 3. Thailand is over. 1, 2, 3, go. Thailand is over 500,000 square kilometers in size the number population of Thai people? How many population do we have here in Thailand?
68 million.
We have 68 million Thai people. Alright. How about the square kilometers of the land area of Thailand?
It's over 500,000.
Okay, so we have about 500,000 square kilometers. Alright, and the last but not the least, number 4.
The sea to the
Understanding AB lang ka there. Number 4.
the sea to the west.
The sea to the west,
Thailand and Myanmar
called the Andaman.
sea.
The sea to the west
sea ใช่ไหมครู
and the sea to the east of Thailand is called the Gulf of Thailand. Okay, what do we call the sea to the east? What do we call that sea? It's
The sea is Andaman.
Andaman, and the opposite side to the east.
The Gulf of Thailand.
Alright, so those are the informations of about Thailand. Now this time Teacher John will help you to answer about understanding A only, and then for understanding B you'll be the one to answer if it is true or false. Okay, number 1. Choose the best word to fill in the gap. So that is page 25. Please can you press the handle
เขา
here.
บอกว่าให้ทำมาข้างบนด้วยไอ้หน้า25โอเค
Okay, and then here understanding B, we will not help you, but you have to answer because it's only true or false. Okay?
ครูบอกว่าให้ทำมาตรง A และตรง B หน้า25
Okay, now number 1. Let us read number 1. Ready? 1, 2. You have to say Myanmar is to the blank. A north, B south, C east, and D west. Okay? Add long. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Myanmar
Is to the blank of Thailand. A north, B south, C east, D west. What's the correct answer?
I love Myanmar.
We have here Myanmar.
Thailand neighbors are Myanmar to
So what is the answer?
It's D.
It's
D.
letter.
D.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You have to ask Teacher John if you are correct. You have to say, am I correct, Teacher John?
It's correct, teacher
Am
John.
I correct?
Am I correct? D.
okay, Myanmar is to the blank of Thailand. This one number 2, Thailand neighbors are Myanmar to the west. Letter D, west.
Alright, proceed number 2, Teacher John.
Okay, number 2, Lao is to the blank of Thailand.
It's A.
A to the north, B to the south, C east, D west. What's the answer?
A. The A.
A. What's A? Can you read letter A?
No.
Everybody?
No.
North.
No.
Everybody? North.
No.
Okay. Number 3. Cambodia is to the blank of Thailand. A to the north, B to the south, C to the east, or D to the west. What's the answer?
It's late. Late.
C